Hybrid family, welcome back to the channel. And yes, I know we don't have a face cam for today's video. Now, if you do miss seeing my face, just let me know that. But for today, we are going to be going over the top 10 must-have cars that you absolutely need on your ultimate team. And quite frankly, you can see 3 of them right now. Let's go on and get into it. Starting this list off, we are going to be focused on the Ultimate Legend side of things. We're starting off with John Randall, 6'1", 290 pounds, 94 speed, 98 block shed, 98 power move, 99 finesse move. Listen, all of the cars that we're going to be going over, the stats are going to be amazing. We all know that. But it only matters about the abilities that they can get. And quite frankly, John Randall with this unstoppable force, X Factor baked on as an ability, instantly puts him in the top tier of defensive tackles. That means no matter what type of momentum shift that they have on the offensive side of the ball is not going to affect him. Now for his last ability slot, we can get him a 0 AP inside stuff, tackle supreme for 1, interior threat for 0, and also enforcer supreme for 0. Now you can do a lot of different mix and match combinations with this. For me personally, I run the interior threat for 0 and also inside stuff for 0. And then right here, I do run a 2 AP, no outsiders. So in total, we're spending 2 AP for that. But the way that I run my defense and everything of that nature, I like my defensive tackles to have an upper advantage when they get matched up against the guards. Next on the list, we do have Larry Wilson, 98 speed, 99 excel, 99 zone coverage with a 95 man. Only an 84 hit power, but listen, baked on pick artist for 0 AP. Then he gets universal coverage for 1 AP. Automatic, any type of man zone KOs that you want, he gets that for 1 AP. And right here, he gets tackle supreme for 0, enforcer supreme for 0, avalanche for 0, and also 1 step ahead for 0. Now, to ensure that you do get the best chances of forcing a fumble, a lot of people do run this enforcer supreme paired with this avalanche. Now me personally, I feel like if I can actually land a hit on them without getting juked or spun out, I'd run tackle supreme on him. So that decreases your fake out chances and have better conservative tackles. So pretty much what that means is if they juke, you're not going to move, and if they don't have that tank ability on them, it's GG's. Now for our last player, we do have Mr. Sweetness right here, aka Walter Payton, with that built-on tank, which is an ability that can help you counter all of the avalanches out here in these Ultimate Team streets. 5'10", 200 pounds, so he does able to get the fast juke. But the thing is, even though with him being 5'10" and he does have the good juke animation, the range of his juke is limited based on his height. So granted, he'll still be able to make great plays. He just won't jump halfway across the field when you juke. And so that's not too big of an issue. Now, for his 1 AP ability in his last ability bucket, he gets route tech for 1 AP. We're not really worried about that. Right here, we see Energizer for 0, Evasive for 0, Backyard Halfback for 0, and then also Angry Runs for 1 AP. We have the William the Fridge Perry's, we have Aaron Donalds, we have the new Aiden Hutchinson, which we will be going over in this list. They all have that momentum shift X factor on them. Now having this on Walter Payton ensures that, unlike with Eric Dickerson, who was previously the best running back in the game, Walter Payton will not get deactivated, and you don't have to worry about subbing him in and subbing him out to try to counteract any of those momentum shifts. With this baked on as an ability, he is going to be able to stay in that angry runs mode the entire game. And then it's up to you if you want to add that invasive or energizer. Me personally, I do add evasive because it just makes everything a lot better, because jukebox is by far one of the most OP offensive abilities in the game. Now heading over here into the Theme Team All-Star promo. Now we do know this promo in general gave us a lot of great cards like the Harold Carmichaels, which you could argue that it can be a substantial replacement for this Paul Krause on this list, but we have another strong safety that somehow took Harold Carmichael's spot. But 6'3", 98 speed, 99 zone, 99 hit power, 94 man coverage, great height, and everything of that nature. He also gets the boost and strong safety secondary chem if you do care about any of that. But what makes this card special, 0 AP mid zone KO, along with a 0 AP deep zone knockout. And then right here, we have a 0 AP pick artist. Now, with these Theme Team All-Stars, we can also put Avalanche on him. I don't know why my card arts is not showing. We can get Charge Up Avalanche on this card, which pretty much means for 0 AP for half of the game, because it charges up 3 and it's on for 6, you are going to be able to force fumbles out there. And this is really where the meta of the defense is really coming from, is having that Avalanche X factor or an ability out there. And so with that height, speed, and also having anything that you could possibly want with a safety as far as zone KOs, this is your man. And also, I understand that we have golden tickets in the game, but for whatever reason, these golden tickets are not, none of them are worth actually keeping on the team unless you're just a fan of them cards. But right here, we have AJ Terrell with baked on pick artist for 0 AP, 98 speed, 99 zone, 97 man coverage with a 98 press. And what's special about this card, you say? He has a lot of discounted abilities, and so he can really play on the inside or outside. I would probably prefer to play him at the inside corner spot on the slot, which means that he can get that flat zone KO for 0 AP. Right here, he's going to get that mid zone knockout for 0 AP. And then on top of all of that, we're going to put mid zone right there, and then he can have film study for 0 AP. Now, film study is not as helpful as it sounds. If you still can't stop your opponent from running that RPO stretch or certain things, it's just going to show you his route tree on the field. But it's still up to you as a player to be able to stop it. So if they're doing something that's exploiting the game, you're probably going to struggle with it. But maybe you can sneak in a run commit if they do keep on calling that play excessively. Next on the list, which is probably the most important card that you could really have in this game, we have the MUT 24 GOAT Edition Tom Brady, 91 speed, so he's not going to have the speed of the Chad Powers, the Lamar Jacksons. He also doesn't get trust, which is going to be able to not fumble when you get tackled. But what he does have, he has some good abilities right here. They are charged up. He also gets that anger runs X factor, which, hey, I may run on my Tom Brady. I'm not quite sure. He also gets baked on fearless for 0 AP. And then for every single slot on this card, everything is 0 AP, and except for threat detector. This alone, with all of these 0 AP ability stacks, and he has that traditional 4 release, hands down makes him the best card more than likely in Madden history at that quarterback position. I don't know or see anybody being better than this card unless you just have 99 speed added onto it. That's really the only thing, and add trust. Those are the only two things that you can really just add to a different quarterback that's not Tom Brady to potentially take Tom Brady's spot. Now for these last few cards, these cards are absolutely amazing for the Division Dynasty promo that came out this past Thursday. And starting off on this list, we're going to go to Baltimore with Odafe Owe, 96 speed, 99 excel. You would like to see that finesse move at a 91 be at least a 97 or a 98. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers when it comes to the ability stack that you get on this card. Obviously, with these cards, they do get charged up X factors if you are interested in that. But the thing is, I don't think that you're going to need it. So he does get film study added on, baked on for 0 AP, so you could potentially take off the AJ Terrell that we did go over earlier in the video. But right here, he gets Colossus, Run Stuffer, and Avalanche. Obviously, Colossus is way better than Unstoppable Force. So I would highly recommend running that Colossus for 1 AP. And then you can match that up with a Tackle Supreme, maybe even an Edge Threat Elite, a No Outsiders, even like a Pick Artist to get more D-line pick sixes. Like overall, this card is an absolute baller. And yes, he will be making it to the team. If you did not see my video on the cheapest way to go ahead and build these 99 overalls, go check that out. We posted that on Friday, yesterday. Next on the list, we're going to have to go over Marvin Harrison Jr. He gets all 32 theme team chems, all 32 theme team all-star chems, and he's 6'4", 99 speed, 205 pounds. Baked on route tech, baked on evasive, baked on tank. So you can't hit this man. He's 6'4". He gets angry runs for 1, yak 'em up X Factor for 0, trust for 1 AP. And then he just gets everything that you could even want to put on a wide receiver. All for nothing. Like, you can legit run 6 abilities or 7 or 8 abilities on this card and just absolutely dominate. This is by far one of the best wide receivers that I have seen Madden just truly ever do. And so that's why Marvin Harrison Jr. made this list today. Next up, we do have Mr. Aiden Hutchinson. Now, the thing is with this Aiden Hutchinson, right? I know we do have a lot of outside linebackers and other defensive ends that could possibly take his place that are going to be better. But at the beginning of the year, if y'all was following the channel, this Aiden Hutchinson card, his rookie premiere, just played absolutely insane. He gets baked on tackle supreme for 0. Now right here, he gets that dual threat, which is pretty much, I want to say, like a KO and also unstoppable force, if I'm not mistaken. But if I'm wrong, correct me down in the comment section below. He gets that for 0, avalanche for 0, lurk artist for 0, and then you have all of these other different 0 AP abilities that you can just work with and stack up on him. But what makes this card stand out the most, now over that Tom Brady that we just went over, he gets a Omaha X Factor charged up ability that the opponent can see your play art. Aiden Hutchinson gets momentum shift for 0 AP charged up. So at the same time that Brady gets activated, so will momentum shift get activated as well, which is honestly insane. And quite frankly, very much needed. It takes the fun out of having, like, trying to guess what your opponent is doing or whatnot. So Aiden Hutchinson will definitely be making it to the team eventually. So yeah, that is why Aiden made this list. Now for the last card, we do have Ryan Neal. It was a toss-up between him and Charvarius Ward for me. They're both really good options. A lot of these Division Dynasty cards are really good. I didn't want to do Charvarius Ward because I did see that we are getting a golden ticket cornerback, Randy Moss, soon. And I'm not quite sure how expensive that card is going to be. So more than likely, Charvarius Ward will definitely be the better budget option. All things considered, the price ranges of what the two cards would be. But 6'3", 98 speed, 98 man coverage, 99 zone coverage, 200 pounds. And what's special about this card? Let's go to the abilities. We get universal coverage for 1, avalanche for 0, tackle supreme for 0. Now, like I said, universal coverage every knockout for zone and man for 1 AP. Or you can do avalanche. Now, my top safeties, they're more than likely always in a zone coverage scheme of some type of way. I don't really ever just man up my safeties. So for me, we're going to be having avalanche on here for 0. And then we're just going to makeshift our own deep zone KO. So we're going to put deep out zone right there for 0 AP. And then we're going to put deep end zone right there for 0 AP. And then right here, because now we're saving on an X Factor that we would have had to put on that Harold Carmichael. Remember that. So we can afford a different X Factor somewhere on the field. And then right here, we're going to have mid zone KO for 0 AP. And then put a secure tackler on him or anything of that nature. And then next thing you know, you have your deep zone KO, mid zone KO with an avalanche pick artist and also a secure tackler. Excuse me, what? It doesn't get better than that, man. Now, the price ranges, yes, these prices are out of control. because of how good these cards is, but it's rightfully so though. So I can't be too upset with that. But as always, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you do hit that like button. Comment down below which cards are you going to be adding to your team, or do you feel as if I left somebody out? I'm curious to know your opinions and thoughts down below in the comment section. Also, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. We are on that grind to 2,000 subscribers. I think we're closing in on 1.1k, and I cannot thank you all enough for that. As always, I do love you all tremendously. And until next time, my brothers and sisters, I'm out.